Welcome to our presenter interviews for ARC 2026. My name is Jamie Gary, and I am the host of this event through UpVision Consulting LLC. If you are an attorney or an expert or a healthcare professional that would like to improve your strategy in case litigation, improve your professional practice, or improve your ability to identify and mitigate risk, this is the conference for you. Please go to attorneysconference.com or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen and get your seat today. They are going fast. Today, in our presenter interview, we are meeting with Beth Sanford. Hello, Beth. How are you?
Hi, Jamie. I'm doing great.
Wonderfully. Who are you? Our audience is very curious to learn a little bit about you. So, who are you and what kind of work do you do?
So, I'm a full-time nursing professor. I teach in a doctoral nursing program, and I'm also the director of education and clinical practice at Grassroots Health Nutrient Research Institute.
Wow, that's interesting. You do quite a bit of work, which I know that we are going to lead into your topic shortly. But for those that don't know, would you like to share that website?
Yes. So, the research website is www.grassrootshealth.net.
Wonderful. If you have not had time to explore that already, as a follower of Beth in social media, please do. She does very interesting work. So, what drew you to present at ARC 2026?
I really, when I learned about the art conference, I signed up and went last year, and I thought it was phenomenal. And then when it came out for time to request for speakers for next year, I thought, you know what? I I mean, my heart is a researcher. I'm an educator. And I thought, here's a great opportunity to pull some of that research into practice and to help us understand what is the role of nutrients in in legal cases. What does that look like? And does it actually play a role? And I think this is something that it's one of those topics that people are going to walk away and think, wow, I had no idea. It'll just open up their mind on really the implications of what evidence-based practice really looks like um, in the other bookend of a legal case.
Right, right. So, can you share a little bit about your topic and not too much, just enough to tease the audience? But
Okay,
what,
so my little teaser is that I'm really going to be talking about a specific nutrient. I'm going to be talking about vitamin D and its role. I'm going to do a little bit all the way from the book on physiology to what it might look like, what you might see in a legal case. And so, kind of that everything in between, but looking more into, of course, because this conference is that legal, looking at that medical malpractice realm of how could this nutrient, how could this have a tie-in? Um, to what it might look like for causation, negligence, um, delay of care, failure to order, studies that might impact the care and the health of the patient. And so I think um, this is going to be a really kind of cutting edge topic for this type of a conference and going to be a real treat for people.
interesting. So, what is the risk to, or I guess, why is this topic so important? And what is the risk if it's not addressed?
I tell you, this is such an important topic, and it's really the last 5 years has been really discussed in the literature even more. If you go into PubMed and just look at how many articles of vitamin D in the last 5 years, I mean, it's sky high, and you can just see how the trend just went whoop in the last 5 years. I think we've really developed a deep understanding, even in the last 20 years, of vitamin D's role in genetic expression. So if you think about our genetics, if the vitamin D level is at a robust enough level, it can toggle on or toggle off a gene so that it will work appropriately to the benefit of the patient. Or if we don't have high enough vitamin D, those genes that are negatively being expressed will continue to express. So we're that level of importance. This
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
It is.
it's fascinating. I mean, I could do an 8-hour conference myself just on this topic, but when you think about things like post-operative infections or things like um, prenatal complications,
Well, I'm thinking about just myself. The risk factors in areas of our country that don't get a lot of sun
Yes.
related to infection rates or to mortality rates. So I'm excited to hear how things will play out in your application to casework on the stage at ARC 2026. So when you are giving your presentation, how do you want attendees to think or feel when they leave? Or what do you want them to do to act differently as a result of your presentation?
I always hope with my presentations, Jamie, that people will walk away thinking, how can they share this information with people that are important to them? Because one of the number one ways that we can improve our health and the health of others is just through sharing that health education that we've learned. And this is something that um, not only it doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You can be anybody and you can share important information with others. And information like what I'm going to share is life-changing. Just through the last many years that I've been sharing on social media, I've had people contact me saying that they tested their vitamin D as a result of something they read of mine and it was so low, or they tested their child's and it was so low. I mean, it was at a dangerous level. Sometimes it's been at a level where people were having suicidal ideation. And when they were able to change their level, that suicidal ideation went away. And so that's one of the things it's connected to in the literature. And so there's just so many things. I'm not going to be talking about breast cancer at the conference, so I can easily talk about this one. Um, if you keep your level at 60 or above versus 20 or below, you have an 80% risk reduction of breast cancer or colon cancer, for
Wow.
example.
Wow.
And so this is just one critical example of how this information can change the lives of people around you. And I want people to feel good. I want people to feel hopeful. I want people to feel a sense of urgency that we can't let this information sit in the literature. It needs to be applied in practice, and it needs to be talked about when it's related to, complications that happen down the road because it was never addressed.
Right. So what do you think, in thinking about your topic, what do you believe is most misunderstood?
I think that people have no idea at the level that this impacts every cell of our body,
Wow.
every area of healing, every area of even the potential for healing. It's just so misunderstood. We have no idea of the vast amount of knowledge that we don't know. Unless people really take this time to study back on what our ancestors knew about sunlight, I think we've lost a lot of that because most of us live indoor lives and we don't spend time outdoors. We don't live in a majority agrarian culture anymore where we're spending so much time outside. We've really lost that understanding of the wisdom of the power of the sun and what it does for our health and our wellness. And I love speaking. I love talking about this topic. This is something that really lights up my soul, and I think it's a great opportunity for people to come and learn, and maybe I hope it'll be a gateway for people that they can see how other nutrients may have impacted legal cases or lack of a simple test that could have been ordered that could have made a difference in a case. Because there are more topics in this arena of nutrition impacting medical malpractice than just vitamin D.
Sure.
There's more,
Sure. There's a lot
and so
more.
this is kind of the gateway into how does nutrition impact legal cases. And so I'm hoping it will help people to stir some thinking and look outside the box and really look at those physiological processes and what people's bodies need to work and be healthy.
I believe it will. I believe it'll stir all of that and be very eye-opening for many, especially in the application to medical malpractice casework.
Yes.
Who do you think should be in the room for your presentation?
I think it's really beneficial for everyone who's in the legal world, from lawyers to doctors to legal nurses. I think we have a lot of opportunity to, in our various roles, understand how to weave this. into our practices so that we can communicate this differently when we're in those case situations. And like, I'm a person who works on both bookends of this scenario. I'm an educator. I want to educate about it so that it doesn't end up in malpractice cases. That's really my goal, right? I want this to never be part of a malpractice case, but we have to educate about it, and because it really is an untouched topic in litigation.
Right, right. So, thinking about August, and we're excited to welcome you back to 2026. What are you most excited about joining us again and being on the stage?
I'm really excited about the food. I won't lie. It's really, really good. And I'm very excited about the just getting to know getting back in with the people that I met, and hopefully, and I love meeting new people. Just hearing about people's stories and meeting people, and I think the connection is really important to me as a person. And I think that it's so much of what we are lacking. And so I'm really looking forward to the connection with others.
Wonderful. I am too. And we have added some wonderful pieces to the networking experiences this year. So I think those connections will become even more valuable as we get going in August. So if you are
Jamie,
watching this, oh,
is
yes,
it, I have a question. Is it true that there's going to be karaoke there this year?
it is true. We will make that true. So,
Well, I'll
yes,
tell you
there
what, you
is.
people better be warming up their karaoke voices because I've got some journey coming their way.
Oh, goodness. All right. We'll make sure that that is played specifically for you. So,
Okay.
yes, there is karaoke. There are a few other surprises as well. So, if you are watching this video, go right to attorneysconference.com and check out the agenda because it is all listed there. You will see some spectacular events, speakers, networking opportunities. Our sponsors are highlighted on the sponsorship page as well as our exhibitors. So we are looking forward to welcoming you. If you have not yet received your ticket and you want to make sure that you are in a seat for Beth's presentation, please again go to attorneysconference.com and register today. Thank you for joining us.